Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and as Pat and Sandy like to say, you're here in the Daily Antidote at the right place at the right time. So glad you guys have all joined us today for another Daily Antidote of Song. It is day 1822 today. And as lots of you know, we are moving with rapid speed towards our half-decade mark on Saturday, finishing the last day of our first half decade, and on Sunday, starting the first day of our next half decade. Let's give it up for the last half decade and for this upcoming next half decade that we're all going to get to celebrate together. So I want to thank Peter Mayer, our artist for today, for bringing us into the room with that beautiful music. And I would like to start by saying hello to everybody out there on the live stream. Thanks, gang, for joining us today. Glad you're here, all of you out there on Facebook and on YouTube. And of course, thanks and hello to everybody in the room for being here today. I'm Jo Rossi. I'm the director of the Daily Antidote of Song. As I said, we've been here 1,822 days of consecutive singing, noon Eastern, every day. Come on in and join in on the fun and the soothing and the healing and the thinking with us. And today will be another good, soothing, thinky day. Excited to have Peter Mayer coming in from Minnesota. He is the second time he will be with us today. And we'll get back to Peter in just a sec after we say hi to everybody here. So hello to Arlene in Berkeley, California. Clearly, she's got what's soothing her today right there in the universe. Love it. Hello to Linda, I think also California. Sheila in Florida, nice to see you. Hi to Aloysius in Massachusetts. Baba Jim coming in from Maryland. Kim in New Hampshire, nice to see you. Sydney, I think also California. Thanks for being with us today. Sue in Seattle, great to have you with us. Ruth in Birmingham, UK, nice to see you. Mabel and a bear in Massachusetts. Nancy coming in from Washington State. Kathleen in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Susan in Cincinnati, Ohio. Caroline in DC. Laris coming in from the UK. Neil in Boston. Bonnie in Boise, Idaho. Athena in Brooklyn, New York. And thanks, Athena, for the reminder of day 1822. We got Dali in Maryland. Marion coming in from Brighton, UK. Olga, nice to have you with us today. Let's see, Katie in Maryland, one of our regular hosts. Glad you're here today, Katie. Gary in Massachusetts, nice to see you. Kim on Vancouver Island. Bob, also Massachusetts. Lynn coming in from Vermont. Let's see, we have Roberta. I'm not sure where you're coming in from, but nice to see you. Jamie coming in from Victoria. We've got Ariana running tech for us today. Thank you so much, Ariana. Kathy in California. And Hoda coming in from British Columbia. Sarah in California, Kay in Texas, Jenny in Suffolk, UK, Storm in Mass, Dawn in the Curly Tops in Vermont, my mom coming in from New Jersey, and Kristen coming in from Washington State. Thanks, everybody, so much. Let's take a deep breath. Yeah, okay. And so we could get to the singing, but really first I need to tell you just a little something about Peter Mayer, whose bio I thought was so lovely. It says that he writes songs for a small planet. I love that. Songs about interconnectedness, about life on Earth and the mysterious and wondrous facts of our existence. I thought that was very, very beautiful. And one of the press quotes said that his songs are crafted like shaker furniture with no place for superfluous embellishments, which I thought really sort of rang for me like exactly what I'm really into right now is that simple and ability to kind of get down to the heart of things. So Peter Mayer, welcome back for the second time here in the Daily Antidote of Song. We are so happy to see you.
Thank you so much, Jo. It's nice to be here. Nice to see you all.
So I understand you have something like a song for us.
I sure do. So this is actually the hymn we'll be singing is a very old hymn by a man named Roland Prichard in the 1800s. Wrote this hymn, and if you've ever gone to church, growing up in church, I sang this hymn, and there's all sorts of denominations have a version of this hymn, and so I thought, why not write another version? So this is a song. My version is about just life being on planet Earth together, turning around our star, and why not sing about it? So what I'd like to do is run through the first. There is no chorus on this song. There's only 3 verses in true hymn form, and so I'd like to just run through the first verse, sing it for you and then have you join me. And then the third time through, we'll sing all 3 verses together. Okay? Here we go. Though below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. Wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Shall we join in on that one? Let's give it a try. Standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat. Does that feel okay? Let's sing the whole song then, starting again with the first verse. Here we go. I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat. Sun, my sail and moon, my rudder, as I climb the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim soul, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat. Thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailing song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue.
Thank you so much, Peter. Oh, that was really, yes, in fact, very soothing at a time when the soothing, I don't know, just the melody of that one. We could have sung that 7 times in a row and I would just still be here doing that. You want to tell us a little bit more about the song, sort of how it came about, little bit more about that melody you used, and then whether or not there's anything super exciting about that song, particularly today.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the melody, as I mentioned, is an old hymn, and I did grow up singing that old hymn in church, and I just have always loved it, and so I was just tinkering with the melody one day, with the possibility of writing my own lyric years ago now, and the songs I like to write about are oftentimes have to do with all the things we know today. We didn't used to know we're on a planet. It's old knowledge now, but for most of human history, we didn't know we were on a planet, nor what that even meant. And we know so much more about that now. We know that we're all turning right now. We're turning 900 miles an hour around the axis of our planet, and 67,000 miles an hour around the sun. It's incredible. So anyway, why not sing about it, write a song about it? So here we are together on the planet, and yes, the exciting news is this very day. I was just telling Joe this very day, this song lyric is being released in the form of a children's book, um, and this wonderful illustrator named Sue Todd um, did the illustrations, and so it's available. We've been waiting for a while. I've known this has been in the works for years actually, and so it's finally released and available today. So I'm very excited about it.
That is great. Can you tell us a little bit about where it's available? We're going to put a link in the chat, but
Yes. So Skinner Books is the publisher, and Skinner Books is associated with the UUA bookstore, the Unitarian Universalist bookstore. So the uuabookstore.org is the place where you can find the book. Yeah.
great. So I have a little screen share I'm going to share of the cover if it works. I know we didn't exactly plan this, but the illustrations, I think it's not working, right? You're not seeing anything there. I'll try one more time. You said the illustrations in the book are really beautiful, and there we go.
Yeah.
It's not a great quality image, but you can see that beautiful, the sort of romantic, lovely images that are just exactly perfect for a children's book. Can you tell me a little bit about the illustrator?
Sue Todd lives in Canada, and I've never met her, although I've had a number of Zoom meetings and phone calls with her, and she's nothing but lovely. As lovely as her illustrations. She's just a wonderful person, and I just feel so lucky that this all happened. It wasn't my idea, but the Unitarian Universalists have this hymn in their hymnal, the Blue Boat Home. So they've been well aware of this song for years, and so that's where the idea came from, to put it into a children's book. And I'm just excited. We've never had a children's book before, so I'm very excited about it.
That's really great. So there's a link in the chat, folks, for the UU bookstore. You can see it in there where you can get the book. And I want to mention that today is April 1, and so it's the beginning of like the month in which Earth Day is, or a lot of us sometimes refer to it as Earth Month. I don't know if that's official or not, but it's really a perfect song to sort of help us kick off a lot of singing that we're going to be doing in here this month about the Earth, about climate, and about caring for that little tiny blue planet that we didn't know we were on. And now we know not only are we on it, but we're really impacting it, and we need to sort of behave differently in it, as we've known for a long time. And we hope that things will improve from where they are right now in terms of climate change, which is, I would say, abysmally lower than we would have anticipated, where at least our nation's contributions would be at this time. So how are you in your sort of musical universe or personal universe kind of dealing with some of what's happening right now, where we see things like strong earth protection policies kind of diminishing rather than increasing as we would hope?
Well, like you and like you all, I'm sure I'm very discouraged. So I'm hoping it's a one step back kind of a situation, and eventually we'll take two steps forward. And And meanwhile, I think that I personally try to keep the news at arm's length. I don't want to be irresponsible and not know what's going on, but at the same time, I need to take care of my heart and my soul, you know. And so I think, you know, speaking of the earth, I think not only are we called to care for it, but we're called to connect to it. And connecting to the earth for me is where I find my joy, you know, you just stepping outside. So taking that time, whatever works for you, to see the beauty and the mystery of our existence here on this planet, I think is what for sure keeps me going. And then, you know, I think the other thing that keeps me going is this exact thing. What the work you're doing, Joe, and all of us are gathering online or face to face in real time, you know, gathering. I think community is kind of fractured in our society, ironically, because we're all hooked up in some ways, but in other ways we need to gather. And so anyway, being together and seeing the beauty, that's, I think, what keeps me going.
Beautiful. Thank you. That's really lovely. I really feel like right now more than ever, at least in my sort of lifetime of universe, that notion that I am not alone, that we are all experiencing a similar sort of series of responses to what's going on, has been one of the things that keeps me strong. Like every time I read another person in a media article or, you know, a post or a note someone sends me where it's someone else who's doing some combination of sort of experiencing it, recovering from it, and then figuring out what to do about it. That is what is kind of every day giving me the fuel to say, like, okay, yeah, we're not alone. We've got this massive community, this global Earth community. And it's not our country, it is basically all the countries around the globe right now that are, in fact, in some way or another responding to what's going on. And many people in each location figuring out how they can do something about it. And so it is inspiring. And thank you so much for bringing all of this up today through your song. And
Can I jump in with one thought, Joe?
please. Yeah.
Just a recommendation about what you're talking about. There's a you may be familiar with it, you all, but there's a place online called Reasons to Be Cheerful. Reasons to Be Cheerful, and it's all articles. It's all articles about work people are doing all over the world in sometimes small ways, but real things to address the things we're talking about.
Yes, thank you so much. I do, in fact, know about Reasons to Be Cheerful. And in fact, I'm going to shout out a little message to Reasons to Be Cheerful that there's kind of an article in the making right here. If you want to come, do a little something on us, because, aren't we a reason to be cheerful right
You
here?
are, for
Right.
sure.
So thank you. That's really beautiful. Can you tell us what you might have coming up soon that you want to let us know about?
Yes, well, of course, I'm too dumb to have the dates in front of me, but I am going to be in Northampton, Massachusetts, and also Pomfret, Connecticut, at the Audubon in Pomfret and at the UU Church in Northampton. This is coming up in first weekend of May. So my website is petermayer.net. There is another Peter Mayer, and it's maddening for many people. He's at .com, so I am at petermayer.net. Think of me as Peter the Fisherman with the net, and you can find my tour schedule on there.
That's beautiful. Thank you. So we've got your website in the chat, and we, in fact, have your right one in the chat. Or actually, I mean, I hope we do. I think we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. And also just want to say that there's a lot of folks that come into this space, both who are in here now, Kim in New Hampshire, Neil in Boston, who are in that New England area. And so, you know, maybe hopefully a bunch of us will show up and be able to see you at one of those venues or another.
Wonderful. Thank you.
How would you like to sing that song through once more with us?
Be great.
Thank you.
Now that we know it. Okay, here we go. Top to bottom, Blue Boat Home. Low below me, I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean. Still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all Never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue. Sun, my sailor, and moon, my rudder, as I fly the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on. Read the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my home.
Thank you so much, Peter Mayer. Can we all please give Peter another big, yeah, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Super beautiful. And, there is just really something those days when like everyone is just doing this through the whole song, right? Like that boat motion that you put us all into, right? Very soothing, very appreciative for you taking us on a beautiful boat ride today. And Peter, it's always really lovely to sing with you. And I hope you'll come back and sing with us again. Anything else you want to say before we head out today?
No, well, just let's take heart and do our best and take care of ourselves and each other, and we're going to get through this.
Beautiful. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thanks for having
Everybody,
me.
please follow the links to check Peter's stuff out, his music, his amazing bio, anything else about him that you want to learn, also about the book that's just out today. Let's give it up for perfect timing on having you in here today on that day. And hope to see all of you again here tomorrow. I'm going to do a quick share here and remind everybody what we've got going on this week. So yesterday we had Flan Williams, really great day, taking us on a little ethnomusicological journey. So if you missed yesterday, please go ahead and check that out. Peter Mayer today, bringing us an Earth song on April 1. Great way to start off a month of singing. Tomorrow we're going to have Wes Waddell coming in from Seattle, and he is going to be hosted by Katie Abadou, who's here in the room with us today. So that will be a great fit. Kimberly Moore coming in from the UK on the 3rd. Marquez Rhine sang with us once a while ago, and glad to have him back, coming in on the 4th. And then on the 5th and the 6th, we are celebrating the last day of our first half decade and the first day of our second half decade with our happy birthday celebration. We invite absolutely everybody in this space now, out there on the live stream. Of course, all of our artists, all of our friends to join us here for 2 days of really intense celebration where we're not going to say too much about what's wrong in the world, and we're just gonna celebrate and have some fun and sing and lighten the load. And then on Monday, I expect everybody to report back for serious discussion, but we'll skip it over the weekend. All right. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. Let's all wave Peter out of the room. Thank you, Peter Mayer.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks for coming in from Minnesota and singing us into the lull of a boat ride. And thanks to everybody out there on the live stream for joining us today. We're really glad you guys joined us and hope you will be here again tomorrow. Thanks to Arlene in Berkeley, California, Linda in California, Sheila in Florida, Kim in New Hampshire, Sydney in California, Sue in Seattle, Ruth in Birmingham, UK, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Susan in Cincinnati, Caroline in DC, Lars in the UK, Bonnie in Boise, Idaho, Athena in Brooklyn, Delhi coming in from Maryland, Sarah in California, Jim in Maryland, that's Baba Jim over there, Deborah in Kentucky, Kim on Vancouver Island. So I'm going to shout out Baba Jim and Kim as song leaders here in the space. Oh, and also Kim Wallach in New Hampshire as a song leader in the space. Hoda in British Columbia, Kathy in California, Bob and Mabel and the Bears. Bob and an extra bear appeared. Let's see, Anne in Silver Spring, Maryland, Gary in Massachusetts. Let me see where I am, page 2. Storm in Massachusetts, Busy Graham, Carpe Diem Arts. Thank you so much for being here in this space. It's always nice to see you smiling along. Nancy in Washington State, Katie Abadou coming in from Maryland, Cliff and Lynn in Vermont, Fred in Maryland, Aloysius in Mass, Marion in Brighton, UK, Jamie in Victoria, Olga, Ariana, thanks for running tech for us today out of LA, Jenny in Suffolk, UK, Mom in New Jersey, and Linda in Massachusetts. Stick around if you can for a couple of quick announcements after we close. And everybody, we'll see you right here on the Daily Antidote song tomorrow.